All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome this morning. An early edition of Gangsta Talk. It is the Ebony Star Network, sponsored by the E Nation. Black men are trying to blame black women for the effeminization of black boys, when in fact, black women don't have anything to do with that. That falls on black men. And we're going to prove that today. We're going to prove that black men are at fault for effeminizing their own boys. The culture of black males today are creating Fem-Boys. And we're going to point some things out. We're going to tell you what these boys are following, who they're following, and who they're being influenced by. It's going down. It's Gangster Talk. It's coming up right now. All right, Dan, drop it. All right, all right, all right. We got the smooth sounds of Johnny Taylor. Blast from the past, old school. You know how I get down over here on Every Star Network. We don't like to play garbage music. We on that old school spill over here. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Gangsta Talk, early morning edition. I am the Black Knight himself. Along my side is, as always, the Lady Knight, Miss Dame Frankie. How you doing, Frankie?
I'm doing good.
Well, we have an issue that I have a problem with, and it's being echoed by many of the Manosphere guys, and it's a lie. Black women are not behind the feminization of black boys. Black women do not have anything to do with the effemination of black boys. But black men have everything to do with the effemination of black boys. As a matter of fact, the black male leadership today is creating Fem-Boys. We don't know what a femboy is. That's short for feminine boy. They're creating Fem-Boys. And we're going to get down to it. We're not just going to talk about it. We're going to come with some receipts. You're going to hear black men speak. You're going to see the behavior of black men. And you're going to see how what they say and how they behave influence the minds and behaviors of young boys. Now, the first person we're going to be talking about, who's going to be running his mouth, is Malik Yoba. Okay? Then get that interview queued up, please. That Bosco 100 interview, Vlad TV. And do your FBI thing. All right, so we're going to kick it off this morning with an interview from Vlad TV, the Bosco 100 interview. You're going to find this interview very interesting. Go,
All
Dane.
right. Okay. Okay. This channel may contain content not authorized for use by its owner. However, according to Section 107 of the Copyright Act of the United States, the fair use of copyrighted work for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, or research is not an infringement of copyright.
All right, shout out to Vlad TV. Fair use, fair use. An interview with Bosco 100. This goes to the effemination of black boys and the black men who are out there leading black boys into effeminization. Sorry. Play it, Dane. And black men are helping them to make that the image of black men. Again, you have a strong influence from black men who are turning these boys into femboys. You have grown ass black men who are setting the precedent for these boys to be femboys. You don't have any hardcore black men anymore who are putting their foot in the ground and saying, this is what it's going to be. It ain't going to be anything else. No, they're giving in and then telling you, well, you know what? I'm almost sure or for certain that one of my boys are going to turn out effeminate or one of my boys is going to turn out to be gay. What happened to the black father who was strong and bold enough to say, I'm not raising no damn punks? Where's that father at? Where's that black father at? Did we leave him back in the 70s? Because apparently he didn't make it up here to the 2000s. Where are those fathers at who say, I ain't raising no punks? Where are the black mothers at that say, well, I'm not raising no sissy boys? Are they still stuck in the 70s? Did they make it up here to the 2000s? Everybody seemed fucking scared to speak the truth. You're up here lying on black women, talking about black women are making these boys effeminate. Black women don't have any damn thing to do with the effeminization of black boys. Not one damn thing. Don't blame this on her. She ain't got shit to do with this. This is a black man's problem. Black men are the ones who are leading the charge for effeminization of young black boys. Black men are out in front of that shit, not black women. Fire up the other interview. Now I'm gonna show you something else that's a fucking lie. Okay? All these white supremacist talking points and all of you fucking sellout niggas who keep running this fucking white supremacist shit towards your own people. Talking about black women are overweight. Mm-hmm. If that's the case, then how come black men keep ending up with overweight white women? If black men, if black women are so overweight and so undesirable, then why you niggas keep ending up with white Miss Piggies? Why? I see it all the time. I drive a truck all over this country. I see it all the time, a nigga with some fat, nasty, 12 sandwich eating Miss Piggy. I saw one dude one night at the truck stop. Well, actually, I didn't see him because it was this big, fat white woman walking. And I thought she was by herself until the dude popped out from under her right arm. I thought she was by herself. Y'all rolling around here with these fat, nasty, big fucking walruses, and you got the nerve to say 4 out of 5 black women are overweight? And I ain't the only one that sees this. Apparently, you manosphere dudes are the only blind motherfuckers that don't see this shit. Every other black man seen it, see it as clear as day. And the white man playing the fuck out of y'all. Because when he with a black woman, she fine as hell. She fine as May wine. How come y'all can't find her? How come a white boy gonna come in the middle of you motherfuckers talking shit about black women and pick out some old fine thing and walk away with her and then flaunt her in your face? How come y'all can't do that? Y'all been talking about 4 out of 5 black women overweight, yeah? You can't tell a white man that he walking around with these fine ass black women. How come you can't walk around with the fine? How come you can't get the fine black woman? How come the white boy can get the fine black woman, but you can't? You saying 4 out of 5 black women are overweight, but the white boy walking around with the fine ones, and you walking around with fat, nasty Beckys. For some reason, you the only motherfuckers that seem to be oblivious to it. Everybody else can see it. Let me let Boosie tell you about it. Play it. He see it too. Play it. Stop. You hear that? Even Boosie see it. I see it too. You niggas have been talking about, well, black women are overweight. Black women are the least desired. Really? I can't tell these white boys running around with these fine black women that y'all don't have. And they be some bad black women. I'm talking about high maintenance type. And she the least desired, then what are the white boys doing with them? Where your fine black woman at? You getting rejects. Fat, nasty white women that are in love with brontosaurus burgers and shit. He running around with the cream of the crop of your women in your face. And you sorry ass niggas on here talking about something. Black women are the least desired. You sure you're not talking about yourself? Play it. But the black dude got a white girl that look like damn Miss Piggy. Boy, he ain't never lied. He ain't never lied. White boy running around here with some of the baddest black women on the planet, and you Negroes are rolling around here with these fat blarises, galoperuses that y'all call white women. These fat, nasty galoperuses. You know, who got fucking Polish hot dogs for earrings. Play it, Dan. You're going back that far. Just play it. And
Yo, if
stop,
we just
stop,
can't,
stop, right? And check this out, right? These dudes online be talking about I got me a white woman, right? But they won't show the white woman. They won't show the white woman. Okay? They got these, and then, right, they be messing with these hard jawline women. They fat, nasty, and plus got hard ass Bruce Jenner jawlines. Niggas is running around with fat Caitlyn Jenners. Fat ones. With Barnaby Jones jawlines and shit. You understand what I'm saying? She got a body by Whirlpool and a face by Barnaby Jones. Are y'all talking about black women? Dan, you got any of them pictures? Dang.
Yes, I got a couple of them.
Throw some of them up.
Okay.
We like receipts. We talk about we like receipts. We like to show receipts. Okay. And wow.
Yeah.
Are those two black? Are those
Huh?
two black men or two white men?
A black and white.
Yo, he in love with the yo. And he in love with her. This nigga is in love with this white one. Next picture. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Notice how they just headshots, y'all. The first one, I honestly thought there just wasn't room for the both of them. If they do full body shot, they will have to get a panoramic view camera. Yeah, yeah.
Sorry about that, y'all. Yeah, man. Don't give me the clowning right now because I'll start and won't be able to stop. I'm still trying to conduct this show. Okay. Now, don't this dude look like Cyber Supreme? Don't he look like he part of the Manosphere? This dude just screamed SYSBM, right?
Mm-hmm. Or save
Now,
myself.
now. Okay. Has any of y'all seen Back to the Future? Huh? You ever seen the movie Back to the Future?
Well,
Anybody ever seen that? Remember the crazy doctor who had the DeLorean?
Yeah.
Doesn't she look like him with black hair?
Yeah. And
Don't she
glass.
favor him with black hair? Yeah. And then right after this, I'm gonna get started on the other one. And while I'm doing that, see, pull up some pictures of white men with fine black women, and we're gonna compare the two.
Ah, shoot, those are easy.
Yeah, we're gonna compare the two. The white boys are wandering around here with super tens. You niggas is running around here with super zeros. Super zeros. The Negro bagged him a super zero. What's a super zero? Well, it's a zero that's bigger than a regular zero. Next picture. It got a big O, a big zero. Uh, there it is. These are hardly tens. You got any more, Dane? There it is. See how happy these dudes are? Do y'all see the look on their faces? Like she just saved their life. Like, man, look at the look on these niggas' faces. Play it, Dan. I mean, throw up another one. All right, let's get back to the interview. But we like to bring receipts on this show. Dan, let's get back to the interview, please. Okay. Okay. Apparently, we're having some. I don't know what that is, y'all. I've been researching, trying to figure that out. It's something that happens somewhere in a black man's life, whether he be around slave niggers or something to do with slavery. There's some kind of connection or another with slavery that produces that light skin syndrome. Because if slavery is not involved, right, then if the slavery mindset is not involved, then the dude won't develop like that. He won't develop like that. It's got something to do with a slave mental. It's some kind of connection to mental slavery that produces this light skin syndrome shit. The way these dudes, they just want light skinned women and they hate dark skinned women. That's a slave thing. That's not a normal cultural way a black man thinks. That's a slave mentality. That comes from slavery. Okay? A man that has not been introduced to a slave mentality will not think that way and will not separate the color of black women like that. They all black to me, whether you be light skin, brown skin, or dark skin. I could care less what your skin shade is. All I care about is the fact that you're black. But then again, I don't have a slave mind. I don't have the light skin, dark skin syndrome thing. That's a slave thing. That's these dudes that think like slaves. They've been taught to think like slaves. They're the ones who are infected with that kind of destructive mentality. Well, yeah, it's universal now, but it came for I traced it back to slavery with black dudes because normal dudes that aren't subject to the way a slave thinks or a slave behaves, they don't think like that. They don't see colorism. I know a lot of brothers who don't see any colorism when it comes down to black women. Sure, there are different shades of skin tones, right? But they're all black. I see black women as black women. I could care less whether one is light skinned or one is dark skinned. That means nothing to me. But then again, I don't have a slave mind. I don't think like that. But the brothers that but the brothers that I have come across who think that way have that slave mentality.
Well, Psycho, I think the with the women, that's kind of a survival trait,
I don't
and
know
you
if the Moors.
kind of have it.
I keep hearing people say that the Moors thought that way. I don't. I don't see any evidence of that though. I can't find the evidence of that. People keep saying that. I keep hearing people say, "Well, the Moors thought that way." Well, how do you know that? What are the examples that the Moors thought that way? A lot of people are saying it, but I haven't seen any receipts that the Moors thought that way.
What, that they thought like you did, or that they were
No,
color.
no, no, that they were the culprits of this colorism. I guess
Well,
they're trying to say because the Moors so-called raised white folks out of a cave or whatever, that they were preferring light-skinned women or something like that. That really doesn't prove anything.
mhm.
Because during that situation, when they were supposed to be raising white folks out of the depths of hell or whatever, whatever, I don't think it was about colorism. I think they had something much more in mind than just colorism. Okay. I'm not even sure that the Moors were even into color at all, period, back then. You know, I'm not even sure it was a color thing back then. I think it was more of a tribe thing back then. You know, you belong to the Moors, you belong to the Hittites, you belong to the Macedonians, you belong to the Persians. I'm not even sure a color thing was even talked about back then. You were either a Persian or a Macedonian or Moor or Hittite or Semite.
Yeah, Karen.
Yeah, yes, I thought about that. I haven't seen any evidence of that. People say that the Moors thought this way. I don't see any evidence of that. And again, back then, there was no conversations of who was black and who was white. You were either a Moor, a Semite, or a Hittite, or an Israelite, or a Macedonian, or a Greek, or Persian, an African, a Nubian, or a Spaniard, you
Or
know.
Ethiopian. Or...
Yeah, yeah, with nobody white and black. With nobody light skin and dark skin. You know what I'm saying? You either belong to a tribe or you belong to, a culture of people or a race of people that had a name. Okay, and you bore that name. It wasn't that. Well, all of these Redskins, Indians, we're going to say that they're Redskins because they got red skin. Are they Redskins because they got red skin? Or are they Redskin because their tribe is named Redskin?
It's
Some
like
of them
there's
will
a
say, well, they're Redskin because they got red skin. Okay, but what happens when they start producing people with red skin and the skin turns brown? Are they still Redskins then? They will still be Redskins because that's the name of their tribe. Hmm. Okay, the original Moors was barbers, the vaccinated black people after colonization, so the birds would have be raping black women. If we okay, yeah.
uh-huh.
Drop the link, Dane.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna open up the panel if anybody want to come on up and get with it. Okay, but yeah. So yeah, I don't follow the Moor argument. I've heard a lot of it. I don't see any evidence that they practice colorism. I don't see any evidence that any of the tribal people back then practiced colorism. You were what you were. You were what your tribe was. Okay,
Yeah,
with
that's how
nobody
they.
practicing no colorism. I think colorism is a new phenomenon. It's worldwide now, but I think it's relatively a new phenomenon. Okay, and I trace ours back to slavery.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. You have to understand something about slave mentality. A slave mentality is a very worthless mentality. Okay, it makes the person worthless, especially the male. He's a worthless, shiftless motherfucker that doesn't have any understanding or any sense of urgency about life. Wants to be kept all the time like a little boy. Doesn't take life seriously. Thinks life is nothing but an ongoing game. Goes with the status quo and everything. A catfishing show, sugar bomb. Y'all gotta, hey man, y'all tripping, man. Uh,
All right, Psycho.
yeah, I don't know about all black men's problems, especially not today, but a good portion of black men's problems come from slavery. Yeah, we got some new problems today that don't have anything to do with slavery. Okay, but I would say, yeah, most black men's problems in America come out of slavery. What's going on, Psycho?
Peace, peace. I ain't got too long. I gotta get ready to set up for my show.
Uh
I just wanted to
huh.
let you know this sugar bum chick in the chat. I told you, leave me alone. I told you I'll let you continue to do what you're doing in peace as long as you leave me alone. Doug, she just crossed the line. I told her don't talk to me. This chick right
Uh
here is a troll and she's catfishing. That is not her picture on that account. This is some troll name. Her name used to be Wednesday. And then she changed her name to Delia or some shit like that or whatever.
huh.
All over. She got wrenches all. She done started a whole new account. She doing the same shit City of Truth tried to do. Try to reinvent herself. She's over
Uh
here to reinvent herself. She hates black men. She hates black people. She's a goddamn coon. She praises white people. She's been adopted. She's an adoptee. You know, she got
huh.
adopted by a white family, and she grew up
Uh
around this white family, and she hates black people. And she gets around. She comes around black people trolling, cooning her ass off and everything else on the fake accounts and this, that, and the third. That's who that is right there. That person is not who they presenting themselves to be. And if anybody out there listening to anybody out there mess with Bomb Cherry, please be sure to tell Bomb Cherry. Bomb Cherry will know who you're talking about. Tell Bomb Cherry that's that chick Delia or Delphia or whatever who was catfishing black men before, because she was in a black man's black catfishing before years ago, and now she's back over trying to do it all over again. So to make sure, please be sure anybody listening who mess with Bomb Cherry, tell her that that's who that is right there. Because notice she never joins the panel. Have you ever heard that chick join the panel? Have you ever heard her join the panel? No. Y'all never heard her talk before, have you?
No.
You know why? Because that chick I'm talking about has a very distinctive voice. If she gets up here right now, defend herself, I promise you she'll expose herself the second she start talking, because she can't hide that voice that she has. That's why she don't join no panels, and she stays in the chat trolling. That's what's going on. So if anybody listening, tell Bomb Cherry to come listen to this little clip right here, me talking. She's going to know exactly who I'm talking about, and ask and make sure she demands that chick hits the panel and mic up. She needs to mic up and make sure that I'm telling you she won't do it. She won't get on the panel and mic up for shit, because she's going to expose herself the second she does it. I told you, leave me alone, shorty. I told you, leave me alone. I found out it was you about 2 weeks ago, and I was like, don't come back to my channel. I'll leave you alone. I'll let you go ahead and do your little troll thing that you're doing everywhere else. Just leave me alone. And here you come right over here, right behind me, talking shit. So now I'm going to blast you. Get your stupid ass up out of here. Now, please, anybody listening to Bomb, because it was killing me seeing her over on Bomb shit. I'm like, Bomb don't even know. Bomb used to beef with her. Bomb used to beef with this chick. And now she's over here done started a whole new account, and it got a wrench over there and everything else. This, that, and the third. She don't even know no better. This chick is nuts. So there, I just wanted to put that. Now, real quick. Now, let me address. Now that I blasted that troll, let me address what I was actually saying before the troll came around, because I don't want to make it seem like I just came up here for that alone. But yeah. Now, as far as you're right. Colorism and all that stuff absolutely stems from slavery. This is actually stuff that was indoctrinated into us and everything else. What I was stressing in the chat was, when the white man was indoctrinating us with this white worship and everything, you know, making him our God and this, that, and the third. He wasn't gender specific when he was doing this, right? Like, he wasn't targeting a specific gender. He was targeting a skin color, right? And so he definitely men and women both suffer from colorism. As a matter of fact, I'll shoot you one. Let me just do a quick history now. I really got to get ready to go. But the whole Brown v. Board thing, right? The whole Brown v. Board thing, when they was challenging Plexi versus Ferguson, back in '54 and everything, they were trying to tackle the school board out in Tennessee. You know, infamously, one of the things that they used was the doll test, right? Infamously, they use the doll test. We all know about the doll test, right? Doll test, very popular talking point. We're talking about colorism. And they always talk about the black girls that was using the dolls and everything else and how they viewed everything. Well, black girls were saying that these white dolls were better than the black dolls. And they were saying that because they were suffering from colorism, right? They wasn't saying that the little boys was doing and nothing like that. Black little boys playing in dirt, playing in mud, wrestling and shit like that. They're not thinking about girls at like 4, 5, 6 years old. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we out doing boy shit. We playing baseball, football, all kinds of other shit, right? We ain't thinking about girls at that age. And so they didn't getting that from us, right? So this indoctrination is on men and women, right? This is on the kids. It starts with the kids. And not to mention with the doll test, they also forget this major part about the doll test. They tested girls and boys. They tested girls and boys with those dolls. They had and everybody was picking the white dolls over the black dolls, the boys and the girls, right? So they both were suffering from this colorism. They both were suffering from this. So it's not a gender specific problem. You know, it just highlighted with the men because, you know, dating is a thing and it's more black men out here dating white women allegedly. There's no numbers to prove that, but if you want to go off, you want to say that, that's fine. And the perception is there, right? The perception is there that more black men are fucking with white women than black women fucking with white men. So the onus always falls more on black men, but it's not just a black man problem. So I just wanted to point that.
Okay, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Yeah,
What's
colorism
going
go a
on,
lot
Kev?
deeper with me. What's up there, Black
Uh
Knight?
huh.
It go a lot deeper
What's
where
up?
I'm from in New Orleans, man. You
Yeah.
know, with the colorism shit. And see, that's
Mm-hmm.
when we start talking about places like New Orleans and the South, deeper South. Well, I always had this battle back and forth with some people, a debate back and forth that they said black folks can't be racist. In my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
hell yeah, they can, because where I'm
Now, of course, we
from,
could be racist. I'm a
yeah,
racist.
right, against their own people, right? So we
No, 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 no,
had,
no, 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 no.
why
I'm
not?
not that kind of
Because
racist. No.
right, because see, then the talking point would be, well, you can't be racist if you don't have power. Well, light skinned black
Mm-hmm.
folks had power in New Orleans and they flexed it on dark skinned black folks in New Orleans for decades, dating about 60, 70 years now. We actually had all
I remember
black
that.
boys, right? We had all black boys high schools that wouldn't let dark
Mm-hmm.
skinned kids in if you were darker than a brown paper bag. That was normal. Written that, so that tension was there without the white folks, right? That's why you see some of the old mayors were Bartholomew's, Nagans, and Moriel's. Those motherfuckers treated the dark niggas like worse than white folk. So when it comes
Mm-hmm.
to colorism, that's another thing. Then not just how white folks viewed us, but how we treated each other with that shit. And that's still
Mm-hmm.
an issue today. You know, people still surprised
But
that
there,
Mutombo was intelligent.
What?
Well,
yeah,
then,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
they know
yeah.
what I'm talking about. Mutombo was an
They got a
African
movie. They got a
basketball
movie
player.
about him coming out.
Right.
They got
Everybody's
a movie
surprised,
about
like,
him
oh,
coming
he's
out.
smart because he was dark. And that's on
Mm-hmm.
all of us as a people, man. Oh, yeah, and I also have a cousin that wrote a book on colorism. Her name is Sarah
Mm-hmm.
Webb. Her sister is
Mm-hmm.
they both have my uncle and my aunt. They two different skin tones, but one took after the dark one and one took after the lighter skin one, and they out of Lafayette. They were treated completely different, even by some family members. Like they'll tell a dark one you're going to be an athlete, then tell a lighter one you're going to be a heartbreaker and a scholar, and they're 2 years
Mm-hmm.
apart. But they both happen to be
Mm-hmm.
doctors, and then they go back and forth talking about their experience with people actually talking about her sister who was dark, or the dark one talks about the dark skinned people talking about her sister who was light skinned. So they was right in the middle of that. So it gets
Mm-hmm.
deeper.
Mama Ray, how you doing? What's going on?
Hmm.
Mama Ray, you there? Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Okay.
how many black folks in America thought the little girl that played Celie in The Color Purple was an ugly little black girl? She was the joke of the town when Color Purple came out, the one who played her as a little girl. But
Uh-huh.
now that's a beautiful woman. But a lot of people did that. By me being on the darker end, I just picked up on a whole lot of that shit.
Huh. And to add to that, the Greek fraternities and sororities, they divided along colorism line. I still hear it today. There's certain what I don't know about the fraternities, but I'm assuming for them too. But so certain sororities, uh, they just in the last 20, 30 years start having certain ones start having darker hue.
Yeah, like the old AKAs. Yeah, Trust me, I remember. And see, for me, I go even further back with it, Dane. I used to talk to some of these dudes pledging. I'm like, hold on, y'all pro-black, but pledging Greek fraternities and having that shit branded on your skin, Greek
Mhm.
letters. I don't get that, with the whole black. But we like a lot of our people like to convert to modern day America and shit like that. So I just kind of leave it there.
Yeah. Hey, do you remember that TV show that was based in New Orleans called Frank's Place, and they touched on the colorism and the paper bag
Dame,
thing?
Dame, 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 Dame. We have Mama Rain up here.
Okay, I apologize.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
Where
Mama
am
Rain.
I
I cut you
going?
off.
Go ahead, Mama. Is her mic on?
Her mic is on.
Mama, your mic on?
Let me check something. Yep. And I got a mic wide open. Um, she could
Okay,
be just
shit,
having
that
an
shit.
issue with her
Apparently there's
mic.
something. Yeah, apparently there's something wrong with her mic. Go ahead, y'all.
Oh yeah. Do you remember that TV show that's supposed to be based out in New Orleans called Frank's Place?
Which one?
What's that guy? I'm trying to remember the actor's name. He was the black guy in KRP.
Then drop the
KRP.
link in the chat.
Oh, okay, okay. There we go.
Yeah, Sugar Bum, you're welcome to come on up. Hit the link. Come on, prove these guys wrong. Come on up here, hit the link. Come hang out with us. Go ahead, Dane.
Oh yeah, and they did the thing on the colorism and the paper bag test, and how the Creole, even the Creole with the capital C and the small c, I didn't know about that. I did know about the paper bag. Um, hmm and we still got
No.
older
Okay,
generations.
there we
So
go. Mama, you there?
thank you, Quita.
You hear me?
Tell me.
Hello?
Okay, yes.
Huh?
Okay, hear you now,
Oh,
my
okay.
friend.
All right. You can I'll wait till you
Yeah, we
finish.
got you. Go ahead.
I can wait till you finish.
No, go ahead. She's all
Um,
right. Go ahead.
okay. To me, I don't know. Colorism is something that I think the black people think it's like you live down south, so there's colorism, and you live up north, you done got over that, and that's not true. It's like we see
I'm
it
sorry.
as
What did she
like
say?
that's a problem, or you can't hear me.
You're going in and out. I heard
Oh
something
man.
about down
She
south
said. She
colorism.
said.
Hello.
She
Huh?
said
Hello. You
people
try to come.
keep thinking colorism is just down south and that there's no such thing up north. But she's here to tell them that that's wrong.
No, I don't even know anybody who.
Hello.
I mean, colorism is all over the place. It ain't just in the north.
No,
Uh huh.
I'm saying a lot of times when people speak about colorism,
Uh huh.
they speak about it down south, and then a lot of times when a person who like lives like up north, they be like, well, we know all type of people, and we all get along together. That's how it's like kind of worded because slavery was basically known in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
south.
yeah, yeah. What you're saying, but no, it's all over the United States. It ain't just that. And I think you know what? That's another thing that
No,
I
I didn't
think
say it
black people.
wasn't. I'm saying we have to a lot of the time.
Huh?
No, she didn't say it wasn't. She's saying that a lot of people think that colorism and slavery was just down south, and, and they
No, it
forget
wasn't.
that.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I understood. No, it wasn't.
No, I know that's what I'm saying. Like they think it's just here. As we approach the issue, we make it seem like because even like Kevin's from New Orleans, and we talk about a lot of times people seem like they don't really, they kind of like throw off the severity of how you speak about it, what's going on in New Orleans.
You said Kevin throws off the sincerity on how
But
he speaks about it.
you know, Kevin 504, he's from New Orleans, and he's always speaking about how it's really like it really affected them, like the light skin and the dark
Uh huh.
skin. And
Kev.
I think a lot of people understand
Yeah.
where he's coming from when he
Hmm.
talks about that like that.
Okay, you want to answer what she's
You know what I
saying?
mean, Kev?
Uh
No,
huh.
I get what she's saying. She's saying, yeah, I get what you're saying. It seems a little more that we speak upon it a little
Hear
more in
me?
the South. I think it was a little deeper in the South with that. And I also think it's also about regions of the country. I just happen, that's why I would say I'm just happen to be in New Orleans. That's different because of the melting pot of Creole and Hispanics and Spanish and French and all that kind of shit. So they took on a different type of pride. But when you go back, it affects us because we remember some of these Creole and light skinned dudes, they was locking dark skinned dudes up like nothing, even mentioning it in the courts and stuff like that. So when we used to go, so my situation is a little deeper than other areas. I literally only have two or three white skinned friends. I got more white friends than light skinned black friends. How
Hey
odd is
man,
that?
they was doing that. Hey, Kev, they was doing that up north too. They
Right.
locking dark skinned niggas up left and
And
right,
like
Lee,
me,
and they
I can
wouldn't
tell
they
you,
wouldn't touch these light skinned boys.
Yeah, right. Then they know
They
that.
would do
Our
that up
own
north
people
too.
knew that.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. They knew that.
Oh yeah.
So one
You
time I asked one of the judges,
and
I said, how
and
can y'all enforce? Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead,
psychopaths
mom.
is like among psychopaths is kind of right when he says it's among women because hierarchy of light skin versus dark skin. Dark skinned women has always been seen as the women who follow the light skinned women. To and if you're in a pack, because I'm a dark skinned woman, so growing up, if you were in a pack, you would have to be expected to go against, like lower yourself or see her as better than you. And remember, if you didn't have a strong mom at home who could combat that, if you was a dark skinned girl, that's why a lot of dark skinned girls have issues. But by me being raised, my mom was a dark skinned, beautiful woman, and she had this strength. So she instilled it, and so a lot of stuff that I was able to combat, I see a lot of girls were not, and they were picked on and bullied by other dark-skinned girls. But and then the anger comes once that girl
Yeah, they
gets
had some. They had it. It went both
old
ways,
enough
and
to
both of us
defend
was
herself. And
traumatized with
that's
it.
when they're born, huh? Okay, y'all go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was telling. Yeah, it kind of went both ways because I know some dark folks that gave some light skinned folks a hard time. When they had the numbers and back and forth. But yeah, I do think we're growing out of that as a people in general.
well, I want to know what y'all think about. We want to get back on topic, right? What y'all thinking about the feminization of these black boys? Okay, where you got these liars are trying to blame this on black women, saying that black women are the fault of why a lot of black boys are effeminate. And I happen to believe that that's an absolute lie. I, for one, do not believe that black women have anything to do with the effeminization of black boys whatsoever, but black men have everything to do with the effeminization of black boys. And I got receipts to back up what I'm saying.
Well, I'll go ahead on and start with that.
You
I
are
mean,
going.
as far as
Okay.
feminizing black boys, let's just go ahead and play for devil's advocate who's raising them. Now, now it's in a woman's nature not to raise a boy like a man would. I think it was wrong for women to think that they could raise a man back in the days when they used to say that, a woman can raise a man. That's not true. I'm a man and I can't
Uh
raise
huh.
a woman and I have a
Uh huh.
daughter. I'd be out of my mind to sit here and think that I can
I
do
I I
Hmm.
I don't think a
I ain't
woman.
never
I'm a mother,
seen a
and my
black
birthday in
mother.
December.
I ain't never seen. I know plenty of black mothers
Can
with
y'all hear
boys.
me?
Hold on one second, Mama Rain.
Yeah, we
I've
can hear you,
never
mom.
seen.
Can y'all
I've
hear me?
never seen
Hello.
a black mother raise a black boy to be a girl. I've never seen that.
Okay.
Gabrielle Union.
That's not his mama. Gabrielle Union's a
Well, he
stepmother.
said a woman raising a black boy. You didn't say a mama.
Yeah.
I
Well,
tell you
Go
what,
ahead,
I
Mama
think
Rain.
yeah,
go ahead, Mama
Hello. Can
Ray.
y'all?
Well, we can hear you.
Um. Uh. We when it comes to homosexuality, that's that has been around on the plantation. You think that ain't homosexuality?
Exactly, Dirty Vomit. His
So,
father did that. Dwayne Wade did that to his son.
huh?
Max, Mama Rain was still talking.
I'm sorry, go ahead. She's going in and out. I can't really
Okay, Mama Rain,
Okay, I'll go out.
yeah,
I'll go out.
go on, come back here. But yeah, okay, you guys keep talking
Right.
about the black woman can't raise a boy, whatever, right? Well, she's not. I've never seen a black mother raise a black boy to be a girl. Never seen that. If somebody has seen that, can y'all bring the receipts?
Yeah,
I've
but you
never
don't
seen
don't you
that. I've
think it's
never seen.
becoming a
I've
little
never
more
seen.
acceptable?
I've
It's
never
coming
seen.
acceptable.
I've never seen a black mother raise a black boy to be a girl. I've never seen that. So I would like to have some receipts on that. Because you guys keep running the same argument, right? Well, who's raising them? Well, who isn't raising them? If you're saying that she can't raise a quote and unquote boy, right? Then wouldn't that be your fault if he turns out to be effeminate because you're not there to raise him to be a man? You already said that she can't raise a man, so she's out of the equation by default. So that would leave. So then that would leave everything on you now, wouldn't it? And again, I need to see these receipts that you guys keep claiming that's keep happening. That the black women are raising these boys to be effeminate girls. I need receipts. I haven't seen that yet. I have no proof of that. Where's the proof? You guys keep running your mouths, but you're not bringing no receipts. I need receipts. I want to show you something. Dame,
Yes.
bring up Mary with the boots. I want to show you brothers something. I want to show you where this effeminization is coming from. This is just one of a long line of receipts that I have. Let me know when you got Mary with the boots. I've been waiting for one of y'all to come up here and challenge me on this. Make my day. Come on, don't leave Kevin up here by himself. All of y'all come on up here. I got receipts for days. Put it on the screen. Want to show these niggas something. Put it on screen. Play it.
Hey! 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 Go Mary! Go Mary! Go Mary! Go Mary! Get it, sis! Hey! Get it, sis! Get it, sis! Hey! And with the boots! Go Mary! Go Mary! Go Mary! Go Mary! Hey, get it, sis! Hey! Get it, sis! Hey! Get it, sis! Hey, get it, sis! Go Mary! Go Mary! Go Mary! Go Mary!
Okay. Mary
That was
with
a
the-
black man. That was a black man. There was no black women in that video. Dang, what kind of boots that man was wearing?
He was wearing 6-inch stiletto heel.
The same kind Russell Russell Wilson be wearing them back.
Okay,
some
so
of
so
these
you have a
basketball players be wearing.
Right. So you got a black man wearing 6-inch stiletto high heel boots. I got something else I want to show you. Pull up the pimp picture.
Okay. Let's see.
Show me any masculinity in this picture. There's not 1 ounce or shred of masculinity in this picture. The sartorial expression in this picture is all feminine. And these are the men that the boys are looking up to. These are the so-called players in the hood. Lavender suits, white overcoat with buttons as big as oranges. Look at the colors of the rainbow. Look at the one guy in the corner all in furs, looking like his name should be Aunt Barbara. They're like a bunch of old ladies coming out of church on Easter Sunday.
On B.
There's not one shred of masculinity in this picture. And again, you don't see any black women in this picture, but you see representation of feminine sartorial expression in this picture. Again, there are no black women in this picture. This is coming from black men. You know the next picture I want to show, bring up the Shaka Almost picture.
Okay. Let's see. Go ahead. Here we go.
This is what the black woman has to contend with. Fem men, right? He's dressed in a body dress like a woman. This is the same man who said that the greatest threat to a black man's well-being is the black woman, but yet he's dressed like this. He also has a large following of black boys. This is not a black woman. This is an alpha feminine black male. And what's the term for alpha feminine black man? What's the definition? A black man that thinks he's a dominant black woman, right? Alpha feminine.
All right.
This is an alpha feminine black male with a large following of black boys and black men. And you want to say that the black woman has to do with the effeminization of black boys? We can go on and on and on. Of nothing but effeminization coming from adult black males with no woman to be found. Black women aren't doing this. Black women aren't teaching boys to be effeminate. These are black men doing this.
If nothing else in their absence, yeah, that's happening.
Yeah. So we need to curtail that. Okay. Time, different era. Yeah. What's up, music? DJ Music? Where were the fathers? See, back then when I was growing up, I grew up around real black men, hardcore fathers. Fathers who were confident that they wouldn't raise punks. Fathers would tell you straight, man, I ain't raising no punks. They were confident of not raising gay males. They put their confidence in the forefront. I'm not raising no punks. Where are these fathers at today? Did we leave them back in the 70s? Because these fathers today are all compromising. They're saying things like, well, damn, I'm almost sure one of my boys going to turn out gay. Where are the fathers who are bold enough and confident enough in their abilities as a father who are going to sit up here and say in your face, I'm not raising any punks. I don't raise no punks. Where are them black fathers at? Where are the black mothers at? The black mothers were back there saying the same thing. What's going on? I'll be right back, Dane. Hold it down.
Okay. Yeah. Oh my goodness! You saw God twerking so hard, I couldn't believe it. I can't do half the things these men are doing dancing. Yeah, yeah. So now you see if you do twerking in TikTok, shoot, so you even got so far as the YouTube, you'll see more men twerking than women. Different
Yeah, yeah,
times, different
yeah.
eras. And,
But let's say this for argument's sake. Now, in my life experience, the women always supported gay men.
yeah?
Yeah,
What women
yeah,
you
they
know?
always got support. Well, let's put it like this. Let's say a boy was growing up feminine. Who did he play with? He played with the girls jumping rope.
Okay, okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's say we got a mother whose son ain't as masculine. She's not gonna turn on him. Her female nature is not gonna to dog him like that or stand on him like that.
Yeah, but
When gay
it
men
just
go out, they go out with straight women.
Mhm.
A lot of straight women have gay friends. That's support, don't you think?
Okay, but you see, this comes where it's the father fault. The father's usually the one to be like, "Boy, stop playing with them girls. Get over here." He yanks them
No,
away.
you're right. You're right, Dirty Robin. Men never dance like that. These niggas are twerking hard. Matter of fact, the black men are twerking so fucking hard. Black women stop twerking. You go online now, damn near all of the twerkers are black men, with a sprinkle of a couple of white men, in there. But mostly all of the twerkers are black men.
Well, no, most of the twerkers are gay. That's not black
Huh?
men.
Yeah, but
We
they're
got
black
we got
men though.
Yeah, no, they black gay men. Because see, right now, and I know I get what you're saying. No, I'm not
Uh
going
huh.
against it, but this how I see it now. These people here, that L community is going for themselves. No different than you got the senator twerking for votes. That lady said, "I am a proud queer. This is what I stand for," and she also stands for some kind of introducing sexual pleasures to 6 and 7, 8 year olds to introduce to her lifestyle. That's the L lifestyle. Okay, that's not a
Mhm.
black woman to me. So I think
Mhm.
they separating themselves. And so if the men doing that too, well, if you gay or twerking, well, you in that community. I think it's
Well,
coming to the point we can't separate. We can't put them dudes with the regular men. No more than you
no,
could put
no,
a
well.
black female who says she representing queers as a black female, even
No,
though
I
she
don't
using
think.
that language.
No, you absolutely can, because a lot of these dudes who are doing these things, they claim that they're not gay.
Well, that's something different. Them niggas gay
They claim that they're not
as
gay, and then there's another thing too, right? Back in the day, this stuff was done quietly. Like they were afraid to come out in public and do these kinds of things because it
Look,
just
twerk.
wasn't
It
accepted.
started in New Orleans, man. That twerking
Uh huh.
started in New Orleans. It was called pussy popping, right?
Uh
That's what
huh.
it was. There was a hood club dance, and and then kind of took off. And what it was, the girls would be in the club, not the strip club on the night. We talking about the regular, everyday bar, club, anything like that. Then you had the gay
Uh huh.
dudes jump in there and stuff like that. But that's what it's called. Then it went from here. A couple of folks like Beyonce caught on to it from Houston, and then it went up to Atlanta where it became popular because you had the stripper culture,
Mhm.
right? And then it became twerking. But they always had the gay guys jump in there and do it. It just seemed to have a whole lot more of their asses now. But it was
Exactly,
always
Remy Norris.
a hood dance. The men could
All
see the
right,
vagina. The girl would wear something skimpy. A lot of times she didn't wear nothing at all.
right, and a lot. Check this out, right? A lot of these dudes got kids too. A lot of these dudes got kids. A lot of these dudes are effeminate. They don't claim that they're gay. They claim that there's nothing wrong with who they are. They out here with their ass up in the air, and this is the representation of black men today.
Yeah, and that hurt
That's what's
too.
all over social media.
Yeah.
That's what's all over social media. That's what your man Red Supreme is. All them
You
niggas
think
are
the man
effeminate.
gay?
Yeah,
I've
all them
been
niggas
mad
are
too.
effeminate. There ain't no masculinity over there. All them niggas are effeminate too. Okay, Dame, play that other video that I got.
Okay.
The one after the Boosie interview.
Okay.
Put it on screen. And then you got these motherfucking dudes, you don't know what they are. They ambiguous, they androgynous, you don't know what they are.
They don't know what they are. They still trying to figure some shit out.
They emo. They trying to do like the white dudes with the black and white fingernail polish and the
Man, that's
eyeliner,
so
and
Okay,
mascara, and the black lipstick.
Play it, man, look at this fool, look at this craziness.
There's always a handful of rappers causing a shitstorm online for expressing concerns on hip-hop's fragile state. Whether it's about Trippie Redd crying over an ex on Instagram or Safari Samuels breaking down after being burglarized.
Me face down on the floor.
Hey, look at the way these niggas is dressed, man.
It's impossible
that
not
East
to be a
Coast
critic.
shit, man.
Since coming into 2018, a clear trend emerged where several MCs raised red flags about what's being referred to as the emasculation of hip-hop. Apparently, the art form is at the mercy of a sadistic agenda. What's the goal? Well, apparently, it's to cut off the testicles of black men in America. Hip-hop is turning African-American males into sissies. Scary thought, isn't it? But is that what's really
I
going on?
disagree with that.
For years, the topic has been swirling on the internet. It probably didn't help when Kanye West performed on stage wearing women's blouses by French fashion line Celine, or when Young Thug wore an evening gown
You know
on
what
the
I'm
cover
talking
of
about,
his
bro?
career-defining mixtape,
Kanye
Jeffrey.
West ain't gay.
Nope, sorry. The macho men weren't having
That don't
it.
mean he's not feminine.
And now you got these fools.
Well, this is what we
That
talking
don't
about,
mean
a
he's not
feminine
feminine.
nigga.
Fuck
Yeah,
This is what
I mean, he could be feminine, not gay.
shit.
And we don't
This is
know
what
if
I
he's gay or
mean.
not.
They're creating Fem-Boys.
Right, well, yeah. But they following this dumb ass.
Exactly. Play it, Dan.
That shit.
New York rapper Mano later chimed in with a lengthy Instagram post, part of which said, "These niggas running around here more feminine than woman, and they told us it was swag. These niggas out here bugging and they told us it was sauce. Are you crazy?" And not long after that, Chicago MC Montana 300 joined in, also on Instagram, saying the industry is turning so many black men into feminine ass slaves. It's become the new prison. These rappers are probably what Lord Jamar would call alpha conservatives.
You had some homosexuals in the hood, and I'm not bashing homosexuals, I'm just saying this is a fact. You had some homosexual dudes in the hood who would try to emulate the style of women to a degree, but still keep it a little boyish. So they'd have tighter pants on than the average dudes, but they might have a scarf on like a girl would wear. Those dudes was the precursor of the style that these dudes are wearing now.
Right.
To them, hip-hop is losing its manliness at the hands of white corporate America. It's as though rappers nowadays would do anything for fame, even if it meant compromising how they're perceived by the world. When
See, now a lot of
examining the
people are trying to
opinions
say
on the
that
causes,
Lil Nas X was bullied into doing what he did.
Hell no.
That he wasn't gay, and he's speaking out about it too. He's saying that he's not gay.
Yo, he can say
Exactly,
what he
Remy. It's
want.
the black men. It's not the industry. Can't nobody make
Yeah,
you
it
do
ain't the
nothing you don't want to
industry.
do.
Right. It ain't the industry. That rap ain't making feminize of these dudes. Feminized dudes are starting to rap more. That's all.
Play it. Nah.
and effects of hip-hop machismo, both the alpha conservatives and the white male conservatives, though contradictory, correlate the issue to the lack of male figures in the household. Ben Shapiro, A right-leaning media figure wrote a piece about toxic masculinity in the National Review, stating, in Black communities where well over half of Black children grow up without fathers, Black boys aren't less violent, rather it's made them far more prone to criminality than their non-Black peers.
I agree
Hip-hop's
with that.
alpha conservatives, on the other hand, believe the lack of male representation in the household leads to young Black boys not understanding what it means to be a man. Consequently,
I
what
agree with
becomes
that too.
acceptable in their eyes is dressing like a woman and displaying feminine qualities, apparently like Young Thug or Little Uzi Vert. But does the absence of Black fathers really account for why today's generation of Black men are either too masculine or not masculine enough? Some of the young rappers charting today seem to have this built-in rage. XXXTentacion and Youngboy NBA were both arrested for brutally assaulting their girlfriends. These artists are byproducts of their environment. But despite their success, they did succumb to the status quo. And by the way, they both wear skinny jeans. MCs, and through them, Black men, really being manipulated into losing their manliness, or are we simply witnessing the inevitable changes that happen in any art form, especially in an art form that is a reflection of what is going on in society? In this specific case, could it be that MCs and other hip-hop artists are finally feeling free to express their truths and transcend rules and boundaries? I mean, come on. When a white rapper says nigga, and rocks colorful hair like Tekashi 6ix9ine, no one bats an eye. But let Little Uzi Vert wear a grunge-inspired outfit and it's like a bomb has dropped.
People think it's feminine.
You know what it is?
Yeah.
What? They never felt these fabrics.
Rap's new rap stars are
It has
young
nothing
and
to do with the
pink or
fabric.
green or blue, like the anime characters
I don't think it's
they
just
resemble.
East Coast, man.
Their moods,
I think it's
often
on all of the
changing, are
coasts.
reflective of
Oh,
their
I don't think you can have a white boy leading about 30 niggas in a gang
Well, you
and
can
damn near
now.
begin. Well, no, not nowhere but in the East Coast. It's 6ix9ine from the East Coast. They say y'all got that brotherhood thing where he's accepted as a brother. That only happens out there, bro.
Wait a minute.
And
Who's
using
accepted as
oh
who's
well, I'm
accepted as
sorry.
the brother?
Uh, the Puerto Ricans and blacks, y'all brothers, right?
Some of them are. Some of
All
them grow
right,
up
there you
together.
go.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's what I'm talking about. And see,
Hmm.
now if you take JB Gunner that grew up with a bunch of black folks and married a black person, what's the difference in 6ix9ine saying nigga and Gunner? What's the
Well,
difference?
we don't do that with white boys,
Okay, 6ix9ine is a white boy.
right?
I mean, he was accepted,
By
like
who?
you say, by the niggas around him.
Ain't nobody up north I know accepted that nigga.
Hey, I don't know how you feel about it, but I'm just saying that's the look. That's the look. That's the only
I ain't
place
never
where
heard no nigga.
that's the only look. That's the only place where a Latino or a white boy or whatever can walk around casually calling black folks
Some
niggas,
Latinos,
except there were
some,
some.
some,
Latinos are Latino, whether some or none.
mm,
A lot of black folks
some.
accept that in the West Coast.
It's a difference.
But back on the topic, I get what you're saying. We had what Russell Westbrook, man. This dude wearing dresses. I seen some of the dudes in New York. They kind of just snuck that stuff in there, and I don't know what Kanye West on. And who's to say he not gay? You got some of these rappers and R&B singers like Tank that said just because you went down on a man once or twice and decided you didn't like it, you're not gay.
Mm-hmm.
No, you gay. You perform a sexual act with another male, you gay.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And
Exactly.
then they're trying to lessen the shit, like
Mm-hmm.
just experimenting and all that kind of shit. Like that little boy said, fabric. Niggas know how
Mm-hmm.
silk feels, but we don't
And
need
you
to put on a
gotta
silk dress.
listen. You gotta understand something too, right? These generations, right, of young boys are different. So their sense of brotherhood is nothing like the brotherhood of the old school. Okay, so that's probably why guys like Takashi 6ix9ine is being accepted as a quote unquote brother. He would never be accepted as a brother from any of the schools I come from. Okay, but these new
We can go
kids are.
deeper to Toxic Six
Uh huh.
Nine, Big Pun. Uh,
Mhm.
we got a whole.
Mhm.
I can name a couple other rappers: French Montana, uh,
Yeah.
Jim Jones. All them niggas
Mhm.
doing that nigga shit. And right
Mhm.
there amongst that's what we see.
Now up north, there's areas in New York, right, where blacks and Puerto Ricans they just live together. They grow up together. They're in the same vicinity. They roll with each other.
Yeah, like white folks and black folks in the South. Yeah,
Oh yeah, really?
yeah. Some of them roll with each other.
Yeah, we
Or
don't get down.
Like Mexicans and blacks and others out there in
or,
California
or Texas.
or
I
Texas, right?
don't,
Texas, Arizona, all the way
I don't
through.
roll with no white. I don't roll with no white boys, man.
Okay, but you roll with the damn Dominican Republic. There's no difference to us.
Yeah,
I don't roll with no
Puerto
Dominicans
Ricans
either. I don't
are
fuck.
just white
We don't
Latino
fuck with.
people.
We don't fuck with Dominicans, bro.
Whatever, I mean, whatever it is, I don't even know that what they
Dominicans
come
don't like
from.
black people.
I don't think none of them do.
None of them like who?
Black folks,
No, you said
Puerto
none of them do.
Ricans
None of
either.
them.
None of
Puerto
them
Ricans,
No.
do.
I don't think no
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
nationality care for black folks.
No, that's not true. I know
Okay,
Dominicans don't. I know
Uh,
Dominicans don't.
yeah, okay,
I know
yeah,
they
true.
claim they're not. They claim they're not black.
Puerto Ricans, that's what I meant to say. That's kind of
No,
low
no,
enough
no,
for
not
some.
all Puerto Ricans. There's what I
Coastal.
told you. I
Mm-hmm.
told you some Puerto Ricans grow up with black folks, man. They're like brothers. Some, not all.
Mm-hmm.
Not all of them are fucked up like that. But are there some fucked up Puerto Ricans out there? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know no Dominicans that like niggas.
I don't know no Puerto Ricans that they'll get along with niggas.
I do.
But then again, I don't know no Puerto Ricans.
Hmm.
None. I don't know any Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Jamaicans, Africans that came here. I don't know none of that. It get real.
Yeah, we fuck with Jamaicans heavy
Really?
too, man. Jamaicans are heavy in our community too. We
Hmm.
fuck with them too.
Yeah, I could respect that, but I had to get on Zab with that shit
Hmm.
there because sometimes they'll go to the point that saying y'all niggas are weak and hold on, dog. When you start saying
Hmm.
y'all niggas, you're talking about American blacks and you Jamaican. Now
Hmm.
you're separating yourself. That's different.
Hmm.
If you want to separate yourself, you separate yourself. Just like the
Well,
L community. Them people want to separate themselves from just being black,
but
males
he
or
ain't no
females.
regular. Yeah, but no, hold on, man. And in Jamaica, he ain't no regular Jamaican.
Mm,
Okay.
right. But let's take this, say like we have you have some brothers who parents are from different countries. They're black, different countries, but they were born here. Now they're American, but they still have the roots of their mother and parents, and they think of themselves as different than the average American black, which is understandable, but they
Hmm.
carry that, right?
Hmm.
And then when it comes to anything derogatory, it's about blacks that were here and the descendants of slave shit when it's derogatory. So I had to
What I
text
don't
some of these dudes
understand.
sometimes because they
What I
still
want to.
reap all our benefits that we got laid out for their ass.
Right.
Mexicans, Dominicans, all that shit we suffered for. They reap those benefits instantly just by being born here.
What I don't understand is how is it that you come from another country, right? And you come over here and you become a conservative or, an asshole, an ass kisser, or a white supremacist. How the hell that happen? How do you come from Bosnia and you're a white supremacist? Fuck you come from the Dominican Republic and you're a white supremacist. How the hell you come from the Caribbean and you're a white supremacist? Or Jamaica and you're a white supremacist? How do you come from any black country and come over here and become a white supremacist?
'Cause I thought it was because they got indoctrinated as they coming
Come over here and
in.
become a goddamn conservative and start, talking stupid.
Well,
Start
come
talking.
over here and look at the little bit of history that they got of blacks and look down on us for being underachievers because they don't know the full history or haven't experienced. See, when you start
I
banging
don't
on
believe
black
that.
folks,
I
go ahead.
believe they do know the full history. They just don't give a shit. You can't look at our history and sit up here, right, and just separate the bad parts from the parts that you don't want to pay no attention to. It's right there in your face. They know damn well what we went through. They just choosing to be motherfucking sellouts. No way in hell you can look at our history and mistakenly don't see something. Fuck out of here. Oh, I didn't see the fact that they fed your babies to alligators. Oh no, you didn't see that part?
Well, shoots with the country trying to rewrite history. Now they're trying to make it out that we weren't slaves. We were involuntarily
Yeah, I saw
relocated.
that.
I was like, what
I
the
forgot what it
hell?
is. Involuntary what? I forgot what they call it.
Relocated.
Yeah, they just start saying that stupid shit. And see, the more they keep washing down shit like diversity, minority, and people automatically assume like minority mean
Wait a
black
minute, they
folks.
saying what now?
Oh,
They
they changed the
they
name. Go ahead.
they're now trying to change the history books to that uh what we know as people who are slaves, they were involuntarily relocated.
Yeah,
Not that
that's
they
what
were
they saw in the
slaves, they
title
were
right now.
involuntarily relocated.
For 400 fucking years.
Yeah.
That's how they try to wash down the language,
We
man.
were, oh my goodness. And before that they tried to say we were servants. And before that they tried
All
to
right, so
imply that we was indentured servants.
Oh,
okay,
we were
so
just hard workers.
yeah,
Yeah.
so you was so you weren't kidnapped, you were involuntarily removed.
Right. And that's
Okay.
gonna go in the books, man. That's why I stay
That's
on
what
the
they're trying
black
to put
stuff.
in the history book for this year
Right, they were
coming.
never kidnapped. They were involuntarily taken from one space to another. Okay, that sounds like kidnapping, dog. Okay.
Why don't they just call it what it was? It was human trafficking. Okay, let's go with. They want to choose a
Well,
nice. Okay, the black folks.
well,
Or
slavery used to be one of the biggest businesses world actually had at one point. Slavery was big,
oh
Hmm.
yeah,
So I mean that was big
huge.
business.
It was big
Uh,
business all across the world.
yeah, it was big business. Wasn't just black folks who were
Hmm.
being sold as slaves. I mean, slavery was a
Right.
big business.
And I used to have to tell folks, and you always get some of these white
Hmm.
folks and stuff try to educate. Well, and then it's not in debates, just regular conversations. Well, Kev, my people enslaved, we were Irish. White people enslaved. I said, man, listen, stop trying to give black folks the history on how many y'all was enslaved, what, for a hot minute, 3 months compared to ours. Stop trying to give
Yeah.
black folks a history fucking lesson on your shit. We was the last one to get enslaved. We were the last one to get kicked in the ass, and y'all go hear about it.
Should the
What you
Irish
expect? We ain't
actually
gonna say nothing.
benefited? The Irish
Hmm.
actually benefited from slavery.
Some of them got reparations.
Yeah,
Exactly. Actually
and then
benefited
and
from
then a lot of them
Italians
were
too.
just
it. Yeah.
indentured for a period of time.
Y'all, the
Those
Italians
were the
too.
indentured servants.
Uh,
The
they
Irish.
benefited. You know,
Yeah,
y'all hollering and screaming. Y'all benefited. Y'all got paid.
yeah,
Running around here with a check. They cut
yeah.
y'all a check.
Yeah, they keep just cutting into a certain place in history and a certain
They ain't cut
environment.
us shit.
No. Well, I'm not gonna say it.
I mean, let me tell you something. If we did get reparations, right? I don't even know how you could put it in numbers. I mean, what kind of check are we talking about? Let's just say they did give us a check, right?
Hmm.
I mean, you got to start at, oh man, hell, maybe I'll be all right. Maybe that $90 billion shit. I
Oh, we
mean,
all know
god
how to
damn,
disperse it.
yeah. I mean, what kind of check are we talking about?
Oh, it don't have to be a check.
Okay,
I know exactly
we
how to
got
Yeah,
like
remedy that
40 million.
situation.
We
yeah,
got
but
like
how can
40
they?
million black
You
folks
can, but how can they put that in numbers though? What? Give me an idea. Give me an
Okay,
estimation.
I
they
give
was
you an
trying to
idea. This was
say
Uh huh.
mhm.
Hold on, Dave.
what is the
Hold on, Dave.
going rate of 40 acres and a mule
Hold on, Dave. Let me
today.
put
value
it in.
today?
Hold
Yeah.
on, Dave. Let
Oh,
me
yeah.
put it.
People say that
Uh
with the
huh.
going rate of 40 acres a mule as opposed to what it was
Yeah.
worth then. All right. Let's
Uh
say this, and this is what I had to tell. And I was having this debate
huh.
with some white folks and gunner type stuff like that. I said, listen, okay, let's say this. The biggest thing white folks don't want to come out of pocket for something that they didn't benefit from in their mind, which we know they did, or they don't want to have to pay for the mistakes that their ancestors made. Okay, fine. You don't want to pay taxes for reparations. But we already know the top major companies and banks and insurance companies, railroads, airlines and stuff like that that directly
Every
benefited from
industry in
slavery.
the world.
Right. Let's have them. Let's get a percent of whatever their stock price or whatever holdings that they had from all those years and put it in and have them contribute to a pot
Mhm.
every time and disperse it from there since we know they directly benefited, like Bank of America, Chase, and JP Morgan Chase, and so on and so forth, just got convicted and found guilty under Obama and pled guilty to charging blacks and minorities double or triple the interest rates on student loans, home loans, and business loans. We know they did that. They pled guilty to it. We know we built the railroads. We need some of that money. That way the taxpayers, white folks, don't have to contribute anything. Now, for some white folks, that makes sense. But some white folks still don't like it. Well, why you don't like it now? Because that means we'll be getting something and you not. And you don't want that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and then we
Right.
have to
So
go
you can
into the
tell a lot
medical
about them with that
industry,
conversation.
the museums around the world, um, and not to mention all of the every medical transaction that you could think of, anything in the medical field.
Yeah, breakthroughs because they tested on black folks. We know those companies who
Hmm.
did those tests on black folks. We
Not to
know that
mention
go ahead.
not to mention the improvements or the inventions or the vaccines and all kind of stuff that black folks have created, invented, that been confiscated because either they were slaves or they were just plain black in the United States, and and that stuff can be taken away from them. Or as you said, they were test subjects. Or what's that woman for the what's the what was the they used her body without her family's permission because she has some kind of genetic thing with some kind of major disease. I don't know if it was the Black Plague, smallpox, scarlet fever. I don't know, one of them. And they
Right. And,
still
and
use this. Hmm?
go ahead. I'm listening.
And they still use um, aspect of her body for a lot of these vaccines and stuff to today, or cures for a lot of these diseases today.
Mm,
I'm trying to
right.
remember what the woman's name.
Not to not to
I'm about
include
to pull out my book,
all the
medical.
damn tests that they did on black women in their uterus and taking their placentas and all kind of shit that these people been doing. And they got medical fields that directly benefited from that stuff back in the 30s and 40s that are monsters right now.
That's it,
So
Henrietta
let's
Lack.
right, let us get some of that revenue since you already profit from it. Kind of like BRB say, y'all already made the money. Let's get our portion out of it. So
Hmm.
yeah, they got solutions to that shit. They just don't want to hear it.
Nah, that means that anything that says that we get some money or we get some benefit, nah, they don't want that because that level the
No,
playing field.
anything that seemed like like equality. I was just about to say that. The one thing this country would never, and I always talk to people, and you can ask some people, and I can ask people all the time. I say, well, what's the one thing that black folks only we only ask for one or two things in this country and still can't get it. And I asked him, what is that? He said, right to vote. And so, well, they're taking that now. They're actively trying to stop that. So we're not getting that no more. I said,
Hmm.
all we asked for was fucking equality and leave us the fuck alone. And America has a problem with that. And that's why this country ain't gonna change.
Yeah. Sure, they don't even want to acknowledge or even let the history, the true history of slavery, be taught. They fighting
Mm,
so hard against critical race theory,
right.
the full history. I was like,
Or
why?
just telling it. I call it telling the truth. They don't
The
have to be
truth.
critical race theory. Tell the truth. But there's
Yeah.
a reason why, and I had made a video on that on my channel. The reason why, and the white girl put it perfectly. She said the reason why white people don't want to teach critical race theory because we're going to see our damn grandma throwing rocks at a damn 6-year-old trying to go to school, and they don't want us to see that.
Mhm.
I'm like, yep, that's it. Because now you're gonna see them as real tyrants that they are. So they don't want to teach that. And
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, I don't think they have one black author that has any publications of any kind of educational books in the school system, public school system these days. I don't think they have one. So they made sure they wouldn't go teach nothing from black folks.
Yeah, and then there was one that wanted to include the entire history of America, not just black folks, Native American, all Chinese, Japanese, all that other, all that. They don't want none of it. I guess because they know if they have to have one of it, they have to have all of it.
Well, see, that's where they throw in that minority and diversity, right? They try to include everything as in one package. I'm not a package with Hispanics or Mexicans or Trinidadians or
Mm-hmm.
Jamaicans or Dominicans. I'm not their package. They and the ones that was here while we was going through that, I didn't see nobody getting their ass whooped with us in '68 with MLK and I ain't see nobody saying they was here. They had plenty of Mexicans here. They had plenty of people that come from other countries. They were laughed. They laughed at MLK. I thought he was stupid, like the rest of America.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't join in on those fights for voting and freedom and civil rights, but they sure embellished in it. Then they want to turn around and say American descendants of slaves. They like to point the fingers at us, on
Mm-hmm.
all kind of shit. But you did no suffering. You ain't helped you ain't nobody lift one damn finger. I got more respect for the white folks that were considered as nigger lovers, that were beaten and hanged with
Mm-hmm.
us down here, than I got for
Mm-hmm.
these other groups that did nothing, nothing, but want to use minority status now. Because we always lead the way. Black folks lead the way to freedom.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Ty said, look at how they did Juneteenth. That was only celebrated in Texas. Now it's a marketing tool for big business. Yeah, I ain't heard of Juneteenth till I went to Texas to Job Corps, and I have relatives in Texas.
And then we don't
And
we don't do Juneteenth. I don't do
we don't do
Juneteenth.
Juneteenth.
No,
Yeah, and
that's a big Texas thing, and they don't
yeah.
like the fact that other blacks don't do it. To me, my frame of mind, okay, well, we found out later that we was free. Well, excuse me, Dane, we shouldn't have been fucking enslaved in the first place. I'm supposed to be
Mhm,
happy. Right now, it's a big marketing thing. Fortune 500 companies will capitalize off it. People go buy charcoal, and they're trying to make it a big ass celebration. See, they won't give us no equality, but they'll sure give us another nigga holiday.
mhm. In
You
which
get another
everybody
get to
enjoys.
participate and benefit like
Hmm.
everything else black folks did. Everybody benefit. Voting benefited white women.
Yeah, yeah. So I was surprised when I around 2013 I saw a Juneteenth sign in Louisiana. I was like, Juneteenth? That's in Texas. I said,
Hmm
is there a bunch of you know Texas family members coming down for Juneteenth? We just we just
I seen a couple of people wear the
combining a
t-shirts and
Juneteenth
shit like
family
that.
reunion.
Yeah, they had Juneteenth merchandise and Walmart and shit like that with the African colors. Juneteenth with the African colors and shit. I'm like, now look at this. Here go the marketing shit made by Fruit of the Loom or overseas in China. And that's the same thing. No,
Yeah, I
no.
was like, what made them think Juneteenth was about African colors?
Hmm
Hmm.
Got it.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, it was just in the other day. The one time, as I said, it was I hadn't heard about it till Texas, and this particular church, because it was said Juneteenth, they said nobody really know for a fact that it was the 19th. So it was anywhere between the 13th and the 19th. So they just did like, I call it like the Mardi Gras lead up to Mardi Gras weekend. They had a little something on the 13th, a little something on the 14th, a little something on 15th, and then they just lead up and it just get bigger and bigger until the 19th, and that would be the big thing. Now I was like, okay, that's interesting. And I was like, okay, enjoy. I enjoyed the Sunday with y'all. I like the food. Love fellowship with you, but I'll get the Juneteenth thing. You know,
Mm.
some
But you
people.
know, like
I
I
ran
was
into some
telling.
Texans that was insulted by Juneteenth. How are you gonna celebrate a holiday where you work for free for an extra year for somebody?
Right.
I'm like, you're from Texas. This is supposed to be your holiday. He was insulted. I was like, okay,
Hmm. Right.
that's how
Right. And
I
like
am.
we supposed to celebrate it like they do the 4th of July. No, everybody was liberated on there with y'all shit, as far as, defecting from Great Britain and Europe. But do you understand what I
That
was
was like,
saying,
no,
Dane,
the 4th of
about
July. All the white people were liberated from them. Not no
right,
black
Great
folks.
Britain? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Great Britain. That's why they celebrate it. We don't celebrate it like that. We're not liberated from shit.
Let's
It's
see.
still
Tanya
offensive.
said they really kicked off Juneteenth in Galveston when they find out 2 years later the slavery was over with. Oh, it was 2 years. Oh, okay. I thought it was 1 year later. And I'm like, wait a minute, how did that happen? Okay, I know it's a different time period, but I'm thinking Louisiana's right across the way from Galveston. Just
Right,
right
3 or 4
there.
hours.
I always thought of it as a Texana,
Mm,
section of Texas and Louisiana.
right. Then you
So,
got up north by Texarkana, Texas, Louisiana, and Arkansas.
mhm.
That's up north around Shreveport and Louisiana and Dallas, Texas. But
I
I
just,
do, I have a firm belief, Dane,
mhm,
that when some of these, the way things changing now, like we was talking about the gay community or the L community, when
mhm.
these people start making stands, I'm gonna start. You got to put it in that category. I mean, and I want to get going and stuff, but if you doing certain things for votes, that might be hoodish, but you also doing it in the name of queer and your agenda is that of the L community. Well, that's not the typical black woman.
Mhm.
Your mission is something else. And the same thing for the men. When you pushing another agenda or you won't be in that community, uh, I know it's a big running joke on black men, but no, they in that community along with the rest of the people, along with the transgender men, women, and people that are confused about their identity. I think they need their own group. And they pushing that on that's not a heterosexual male. I'm a heterosexual male. I don't have nothing to do with them people. I don't have nothing to do with a gay man no more than I have something to do with a transgender woman or man. They have their own thing. And they pushing their own political agenda and views and they're doing good at it. It has nothing to do with just call you black folks to me.
Yeah,
So if they won't be there, put them over there.
yeah. So I had made the assumption that all the alphabet people are for the alphabet agenda, but so my first surprise was my cousin. She's she's in the L of the alphabet people, and she says I'm not for this alphabet agenda. That's not her precise word, but she said I've been black long before I was born. I was black from conception, uh, before I had a sex, and I'm for um, my black self first before my gay self. And she said, I don't agree with a lot of stuff that they do. She said, yeah, it's a agenda. They definitely pushing it. And I can't see why the other black alphabet people can't see that these white alphabet people are racist and they are pushing an agenda that
Yes,
for
they're
them, not
feminizing
for
men and
you.
using our women as the face card for whatever they're trying to get done.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yep.
do agree with that. I mean, so see, me and my thinking, growing up, and I got some time under my belt, but cross dressing was never. I mean, we had great gay black guys and a few females, but cross dressing, heels wearing, and all that, that was gay white men, mainly out of Frisco, who had families and kids and children and shit like that, but cross dressed in their wife clothes and shit like that. And those the ones I think who pretty much put the funding out there for everything. That was always white men type of thing to me, in my vision. I might be throwing it off or wrong, but that was their thing.
Yeah.
Cross dressing and stuff like that. Then doing, of course, Hollywood always try to put a masculine, dark ass nigga in a dress like it's funny. That's why you see some of them actors used to tell them, nah. They are some of them actors like Duke them said they used to ask always a big black Negro to put on a dress thinking it would be funny. And some of them J's over there in Hollywood and stuff like that, they think it's funny to emasculate men. That's why I was never a part of it. Always has felt some kind of way about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, look, Dan, let me get off here. I'll check back with y'all in a minute. There's something to take
Okay.
care of. Always a pleasure. I'll check back in just a sec.
All right. Well,
So I'm gonna have
thank
to get
you for
on
coming.
Max with that. Stop putting Max gonna have to categorize people, Max. Just like Max may not feel like a trans man can be a woman. Okay, well, let them stay over there. If we're about protecting black women, let's protect the core. That's something different. They calling that a female. I'm not.
Yeah.
But that's all
Yeah.
I pretty much want to say about that. All right, I'll talk to you in a bit, man. Good talking to you.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Think about it. Texas was the largest state, and they were all still rebuilding after Reconstruction. Yeah. Um. Yeah. I always figured a certain part of Texas was.
Hey, man. I'm sorry. I'm back. I want y'all
Oh.
to hear something.
Uh
And
huh.
then play the link I just put in the chat, the RBR live feed.
Okay. Let's see.
Put them on screen. I want y'all to hear something.
It don't condone it for black people. That's the problem. Max
Put them on
has.
screen.
Max thinks he can do it because the Klan can do it. No, the Klan can do it because the Klan is white. You can't do it, dumb nigga. I can't
Okay,
even
now
tell you
back him up
motherfuckers
a
the
little bit
truth.
until you hear
Think I'm
Margaret
gonna be
Singer.
able to
Back him
lie
up.
to you? Come on. So,
Yeah, back him
that's
up.
why she wanted those
Okay, play it.
Klan members to stop killing
Back him up a little
black
bit more.
women's children.
Back it a little bit
It's
more.
corny, right? I asked Karen, the girl changed her name, Karen, for you. I
Okay,
forgot her
now
real name.
I want you to
Changed
hear
her
what
name
this nigga
legally to
says
Karen
about
for
Margaret
you.
Singer.
And I said, well, damn, I thought you were gay. And she said, no, because she gave me a naked picture of her, right? A photograph, a thing of her that she gave to me. Here, I want you to have this. I said, well, Karen, I thought you were gay. She said, no, I'm bi. I said, well, what's the difference? She said, lesbian women hate men. I love men and women. I said, oh, well, what you doing tomorrow night? What you doing later and shit? You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? Karen, I thought you were gay. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, no, the lesbians, they hate men. Really? Yeah. So Margaret Sanger, now come on, man. She couldn't stand men. I don't give a fuck what race you were. Really? Yeah.
This is what he's saying about Margaret
She
Singer.
loved women. Really? Yeah. Even black women.
So that's why she wanted those Klan members to stop killing black women's
Okay,
children.
stop.
Really,
He said
yeah.
Margaret Singer wanted the Klan to stop killing black people. Play it.
And
Play it.
what do you think about lying? Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. If white people have white privilege and they can use white privilege to trick people, I don't condone it for black people. That's the problem Max has. Max thinks he could do it because the Klan can do it. No, the Klan can do it because the Klan is white. You can't do it, dumb nigga. I can't even tell you motherfuckers the truth. You think I'm gonna be able to lie to you? Come on. So, white people, I can tell white people to stop lying. Are they gonna stop lying? No. It caused her a lot of problems, but if she had told them the truth, they would have said, "Get the fuck out of here. We hate niggas and women, black women. We hate them both." So she wasn't gonna do it. Dwayne, what's up, Dwayne? What's going on with your avatar, Dwayne? You got to check that out. See what's going on with your avatar. You want these white girls to see you, don't you? You want the white hoes to see you. All right. So one bi chick told you lesbians hate men and you just believed her. Yes. Why? She would know. And if you look at these fucking dykes, these feminists, they do hate men. They hate men. What did Lauryn Hill say? And you wonder why women hate men. They hate us. If you look at the Black Lives Matter, bitch, look at Tarana Burke. These women got kids and shit. But here they are starting Occupy Wall Street, bashing the fuck out of Obama, hating on him. Why? Because they hate black men. Black man haters. Black man haters. They're black man haters. And how would this dumb nigga not know that? How the fuck would Bill LeBlanc's stupid ass? But that's what I mean, though. If the white people didn't tell his, if the Klan didn't tell his dumb ass that Margaret Sanger was most likely a lesbian. She loved women, but she didn't like men. She didn't want men controlling women's bodies. And neither do I. I might be a lesbian. Now, Max might be. He hates black men. Just Max hates black men. He might be a lesbian. Really, butch. He might be butch. A butch dyke. That's how the motherfucking coon nigga acts. Really, yeah. All right. What's up, Books for Moses? We see. All right. So, yes, you can't accept arguments from me because of my race, which is stupid because you're the same race. So your research how she influenced.
Okay, everyone. Enough with the RBR. All right. We're gonna wrap this up. I gotta get ready for ladies' night and a few other things. I'm glad that y'all can join us. Peace, power, and unity. Let's see. All right. And I'll see y'all for ladies' night, 7 o'clock Central Time, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to just have some fun with the smash and pass. Let's see. Smash or pass. Let's see. Okay. Ooh, okay. All right, so we're going to leave out with some music. Peace, power, and unity, everyone. All right.